Welcome, a Prime evening to all of you. I'm Thunderbird Prime, and tonight we'll be continuing our lecture on casino games. Last week, we talked about blackjack. This week, we're going to be talking about Baccarat. There are a lot of similarities between blackjack and Baccarat, but there are very distinct and key differences. So I suppose I shall share my background with Baccarat. I learned how to deal Baccarat, I'd say, somewhere in the ballpark of 2015 to 2017. The years have kind of blurred, but as you'd expect, I learned how to deal it. You know where. I will not elaborate. We all know by now. And if any feds are listening, for all intents and purposes, this is a joke. I kind of had an idea of how to play Baccarat beforehand. And ultimately, I decided to not play Baccarat, instead play craps instead. Because craps is the only game that pays true odds. We'll get to that when we talk about the lecture on craps. Or back to Baccarat. Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of super rich people like to play this game for whatever reason. Even though when I learned it, I came to the conclusion that Baccarat is just flipping a coin with extra steps. If that's the conclusion I reached all those years ago, it's the same conclusion I reach now. Nothing has changed my opinion on it. Also, this game is really popular with Asian people for some reason. I don't know why. And frankly, I don't want to know why. I don't care to know why. But anyways. Yeah, there's a lot of money that goes into playing Baccarat. Like, a ridiculous amount of money for what is essentially flipping a coin with extra steps. Also, hello, Duran. Welcome to the stream. I'm just sharing my experiences with Baccarat before I start my lecture. Yeah, back then, it wasn't unusual to see people, put thousands of dollars on a single bet. On a single outcome of whether player or banker would win. The highest I've seen was $1 million on a single bet. Yeah, no pressure. Just it's not like that money could change my life. It could literally change my life, and you're just betting it. Okay. All right. It's not like that money can't help, the dealers who are sacrificing their evenings and weekends to entertain you rich fucks. No siree. Never crossed your mind? Okay. Hope you lose. Anyways. Enough ranting. I suppose we should begin the lecture. So, tonight's lecture, a lecture on Baccarat. If anyone wants to share their experiences with the game, feel free to share. I'm always open for stupid-ass anecdotes, experiences, biggest wins, biggest losses, etc., etc. Who knows? But if there are no comments, questions, what have you, I'll begin the lecture. Alright. Here's my Best advice for playing Baccarat. Don't play. Just don't. I'm gonna do this for... I warned you guys I was gonna do this for every single lecture. And I'm sticking to it. That is legitimately my best advice for playing blackjack, for playing baccarat, for playing roulette, for playing craps. Just don't. Hopefully, there'll never be a point in your life where you are forced to play these games. Me, I wasn't so fortunate. It was literally a do or die situation. Hopefully that never happens to you guys. But honestly, just don't play these games. Absolutely don't. They're rigged from the start. You may win in the short term, but these games are designed to make you lose in the long term, so just don't. Save your money. Put that money towards something more useful, something more valuable. Remember, the only way the casino can take your money is if you give it to them. If you do not give your money to the casino, they cannot take it from you. Anyways. If you have chosen to ignore this advice, I suppose I can walk you through how the game goes. Don't say I didn't warn you. I literally warned you. It's literally just... I will say this until I'm blue in the face. It's literally just flipping a coin with extra steps. Alright. So, what is Baccarat? Baccarat is a popular casino game where patrons can bet on the outcome of a 2 to 3 card. No, not 2 to 3. 4 to 6 card draw. They can bet on whether the player side or the banker side will win. They can also bet on a tie if they're crazy. Don't bet on tie. The odds are stupidly low. And the payout isn't worth it. Then again, nope, no casino payout is worth it. But I digress. So, how does the game go? After patrons make their bets, the dealer will draw one card face down for player, then one face down or banker. Then one more player. Then one more banker. The goal of the game is to get as close to or exactly 9 as possible. Ace through 9 are their printed values. So ace equals 1, 2 equals 2, 3 equals 3, etc. 10, jack, queen, and king count as zeros. Here's the wrinkle for how Baccarat does their totals. If a total goes above 9, only the last digit is counted. For example, 3 and 9 make 12. The total in reality would become 2. So 20 equals 0. 30 equals 0. 14 equals 4, etc. So, unlike blackjack, there is no busting. The total just loops around. Like I said before, get as close to 9 as possible without going over. What the starting values are for each hand will determine if a third card is drawn for player, banker, or both. If either player or banker hand opens with a total of 8 or 9, that is considered a natural, and no additional cards will be drawn for either side. Everyone with me so far? If you need me to slow down, feel free to tell me so. I will slow down. I may be going a little fast because it's a very simple game. Like I said, flipping a coin with extra steps. It's an easy game to play, maybe not so much to understand, which is why I'm here to explain it. The game is played with generally 8 52 card decks, all shuffled together. There is also variations of Baccarat. There is mini and midi Baccarat, along with standard Baccarat. This refers to the size of the gaming table, mini being the smallest, midi being medium. And Baccarat being the largest, possibly even requiring a second dealer. Baccarat tables also differ in terms of whether or not it is a squeeze or no squeeze table. Squeeze refers to allowing players to touch the cards currently in play. Typically, the dealer will pass the cards to whoever is betting the most, allowing them to bend and peel the cards in order to reveal what's underneath. Naturally, the cards must be replaced after every shoot. So what I mean by peeling the cards is like the dealer, let's say, draws the cards for player. They will pass the player cards to whoever's betting the highest on player, while the dealer hangs on to the banker cards. And whoever's betting the highest on the player cards, it's usually, you always give the cards to whoever's betting the highest. That's the general rule. And then once they have the cards, like they'll like, the cards are face down. They'll bend and distort the cards so like they're opening an envelope or something. And they'll like do it one at a time, do it both at the same time. Maybe they'll peel one card, and then tell the dealer to reveal one of the cards for banker, and then they'll peel the second card, and then they'll tell the dealer to reveal the second banker card, and then they'll either whip the cards back in frustration because they fucking lost and they don't know how to behave themselves, or they'll throw the cards into the air and whoop and cheer because they just probably won $1 million. Or, you know, some other shenanigans that only rich people can get away with because they're rich. No squeeze Baccarat means only the dealer handles the cards. They will reveal player cards first, then banker cards second, and proceed from there. Naturally, this means that cards don't get damaged like they do in Squeeze Baccarat. This allows for the cards to be shuffled and reused after every shoot. In this case, 2 sets of decks of 8 are used. Each set having a different color back to prevent cheating. One is in play while the other is getting shuffled. Is everyone still with me? Hopefully you're still with me. So, what determines whether or not a third card is drawn for player, banker, or both? Like I mentioned before, the starting totals of each hand will determine if a third card is drawn. How is this determined? Let's walk through it, shall we? For player, the rules are straightforward. If total equals 0 to 5, draw a third card. If total equals 6 or 7, player stands. If total equal to 8 or 9, player has a natural, no more cards drawn. Alright, so let's go over that again. If the player's 2-card total is equal to 0 or 5, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or even 10. 10 counts as 0, remember that. We only count the last digit. So 10 is 0, 11 is 1, 12 is 2, etc. So 0 through 5, player draws a 3rd card. If their total is 6 or 7, they stand. They do not draw a 3rd card. If their total is 8 or 9, that's a natural. Nobody draws any more cards. There's a big difference there. 6 or 7 is stands. Banker may have a chance of drawing a 3rd card. 8 or 9, that's a natural. Banker has no chance of drawing a 3rd card. Or player for that matter. Of course, none of this matters if Banker has a natural. Banker 3rd card rules are more complex. If total equals 0 to 2, draw a 3rd card. If 3, draw. If player's 3rd is anything except an 8. If 4, draw. If player's 3rd is 2 through 7. That means the 3rd card they draw. Is it a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7? Hello, Dark Gold. We're just talking about Baccarat. We're just walking through the rules before we can talk about strategy. Spoiler alert, there is no strategy. Anyone who tells you different is lying or trying to sell you something. That means if Banker's total is 4 and player's 3rd card is Ace, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King, no 3rd card is drawn for Banker. This usually works in their favor. Sometimes it doesn't. If 5, draw. If player's 3rd is 4 through 7. If 6, draw. If player's 3rd is 6 through 7. How am I? The weekend has started, so that's already a good thing. If 7, stand. If 8 or 9, that is a natural. No more cards. If player stood on 6 or 7, Banker adopts player third card rules for this round, for this hand. That is an important distinction. If the player stood on a starting total of 6 or 7, that means banker adopts player's rules. For that hand only. Next hand, it resets. Maybe player will stand on 6 and 7 again. Who knows? I've seen it happen like 10 times in a row. It happens. Just very unlikely, but it happens. So to reiterate again, if banker's starting total is 0 through 2, they draw a third card no matter what. 3 through 6 is where it starts to get complicated. If their total is 3, if the player's third card is anything except an 8, then banker will also draw a third card. However, if banker's on 3 and player's third card is an 8, stop. That's what that rule means. Banker 4, player's third card is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Banker also gets a third card. However, if player draws ace, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king, stop. Same thing for 5. 5 is slightly different. Player's third card, 4, 5, 6, 7. Banker gets a third card. Player draws ace, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king, stop. Banker total 6. Player's third card is 6 or 7. Draw a third card for banker as well. However, if player's third card is ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king, stop. If banker's starting total is 7, stand. Let player resolve their hand. 8 or 9, that's natural, stop, no more cards. But if player stood on 6 or 7, their starting total is 6 or 7, then banker adopts player third card rule. So 0 through 5, draw a third card. 6 or 7, stand. 8, 9, natural. Pretty straightforward. Once you deal the game for many nights. At first you're going to be like super confused. You'll be figuring out, you'll be trying to race through your minds like, oh, am I supposed to draw a third card? But after a while, you figure it out. You have to figure it out. Or bullets are going to whiz by your head. Well, not in the legitimate casinos, I mean. Anyway, let's move on. Let's run through some examples. Player opens with King of Diamonds and 3 of Spades. I signed my Naruto OC Murasame up to become the Three-Tails Jin, Isobu the Shy, and Timid Turtle. I have no idea what any of that means, but it sounds exciting. However, maybe you shouldn't be talking about Naruto OCs right now. We're talking about casino games right now. We're going through a lecture of Baccarat. I'm pretty sure ninjas would cheat in Baccarat. I mean, why wouldn't they? I mean, I question why they playing casino games in the first place, but that's neither here nor there. So, back to the lecture. Player opens with king of diamonds and 3 of spades. What's the total? I made this pretty easy. King of diamonds, 3 of spades. Remember what the card values are in Baccarat. They're similar but also distinct from blackjack. I'll give you guys like 20 seconds. King of diamonds, 3 of spades. If you remember how blackjack works, it's somewhat similar. I mean, the last digit will be the same, it's just... Well, you're partially right, Nano. The total is 13. But we only count the last digit. So it would actually be 3. Dark gold, you are way off. Like I said, 10, jack, queen, king, all count as 0. Player total is 3. Banker opens with queen of hearts and 6 of hearts. What's the total? Alright, chat, let's see if you can redeem yourselves. Remember what I just said. Queen of hearts, 6 of hearts. In terms of Baccarat, what's the total? That is correct. The answer is 6. Banker total is 6. Alright. We need a new slide for this. So, player total is 6. Banker total is 6. According to the rules, player will draw a 3rd card. And banker may draw a 3rd card. Depending on what card player draws. Player's 3rd card is a 6 of spades. What is player's total now? I'll give chat some time to answer. While I just vibe to the music. Remember what player started with and what player just drew. What is the total now? That is correct. Player's total is now 9. Player drew a 6 while banker's total was 6. Does banker get a third card? We talked about this earlier. I will go back to the slide for reference. Banker 3-card rule is a bit complex, but the answer's right there. Remembering what I just said. Player had 3. Banker had 6. Player drew a 6. So does that mean banker gets a third card? I'll give you some more time. This is what I mean by Baccarat being flipping a coin with extra steps. And boy oh boy, the extra steps are convoluted. Which makes me wonder why people play this game in the first place. Why would you subject yourself to these extra steps when flipping a coin would be much, much faster? The answer is yes. Banker draws a third card. Seven of clubs. No. 4 of clubs. Meaning their total now is... Is it mean of me to be asking you guys to do math on a Thursday night? If you answered yes, then congratulations. You're understanding the point of these lectures. And the point of these lectures is, these games are absolute bullshit. You shouldn't play them. Math teacher Thunderbird. that job, that certain job kind of forced me to get good at math really, really fast. Because otherwise, I could end up with a bullet in my head. But yes, back to the main question. Banker's starting total is 6. They drew 4 clubs, meaning their total is now 0. That's correct. Player wins. 9/0. That is the gist of how a hand of Baccarat can unfold. Figuratively and in the case of Squeeze, Baccarat, literally. Well, I hope you, as the dealer, have a strong grasp on math, because I've seen some fucking dumb people on the other side of the table who get the totals completely wrong and think they won when in fact they lost. or don't realize that they hit a tie. If totals go over 9, it just resets. Remember, we only count the last digit, so if the total is like 12, it only counts as 2. Yes, we can go back. So, like here, ace through 9 are their printed values. So ace equals 1, 2 equals 2, 3 equals 3, etc., etc. 10, jack, queen, king count as 0. For simplicity's sake, you could count them as 10. But remember, we only count the last digit. If the total goes above 9, only the last digit is counted. So 3 and 9 make 12. So it actually becomes 2. So 20 equals 0, 30 equals 0, 14 equals 4. Unlike blackjack, there is no busting. Total just loops around. So 11 is 1, 12 is 2, 13 is 3, 14 is 4, 15 is 5, 16 is 6, 17 is 7, 18 is 8, 19 is 9, 20 is 0. Now, there is typically a tiny wrinkle with the payouts. For a player, payouts are even money. So, for example, if you bet $100 on player and player wins, you get paid $100. However, comma, if you bet $100 on banker wins, you may or may not get paid the full amount. Depending on what the rules are at the table. And this is another reason why Baccarat is bullshit. In general, a house will take a 5% commission on all winning banker bets. So, a $100 winning banker bet will only pay out $95. A $25 winning banker bet pays $23.75. Yes, the Baccarat table will have rolls of quarters at the table just for occasions like this. I can't spell occasions for some reason. Some places may have different variations to payout rules. For example, some places will pay out winning banker bets normally, except in the case of banker winning with a total of 6. In that case, winning banker bets get paid 1 to 2. So, $100 banker bet winning with a total of 6 gets paid only $50. Other places will actually straight up not pay on winning banker bets if banker won with a 3-card total of 7. So yeah, watch out. Watch out for these places. The quote-unquote justification for the 5% commission. How the heck am I supposed to get money with this game? Oh, that's the neat part, Nano. You don't. That's the whole point of these lectures, is to expose these casino games for what they really are. They're just elaborate scams. I mean, sure, you could bet one hand, win, get lucky, and leave. But I'm gonna tell you the sad truth, and that 99% of people, when they do that, they bet once and they win, they stick around because they think they can win more. Spoiler alert, they don't win more. In fact, they're going to lose. So, the quote-unquote justification for the 5% commission is that banker has a slightly higher edge for winning. This may be true. However, the reality is the house needs to maintain their edge. Without it, the house wouldn't be making any money. Oh no. Poor house. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. In the case of a tie, like 6 to 6, 0 to 0, etc. Player and banker bets push, meaning they neither get paid nor taken away. If anyone was betting on tie, however, they get paid 8 to 1. on their tie bet. Under normal circumstances, this tie bet loses because either player or banker wins. Like I said before, tie bet is a side bet, and all side bets are sucker bets. They're solely there to take more money from you. So, that is the general gist of Baccarat. Next up are the side bets, aka the sucker bets. Almost all Baccarat tables will have an additional side bet along with tie. I've seen things like Dragon Bonus, Dragon 7, Panda 8, matching cards, etc. Avoid these. All side bets are sucker bets. Sure, someone might win $1,000 on the side bet, but usually they put in more than that up to this point on the side bet. So even if they won, they're still at a net loss. But they have such cool names. Oh, you're falling for the trick. That's how they get you. Dragon Bonus is a bet dependent on how big the difference is between winning and losing hand. The minimum difference is 4. So, like 7/3. And the highest is a difference of 9. Dragon 7 is if banker wins with 3 card total of 7. Panda 8 is if player wins with 3 card total of 8. Matching cards is exactly how it sounds. Whether the first 2 cards in player or banker hands match. So like 8 of like a pair of 8 of diamonds in the player hand. These are only some I remember from memory. There's probably more. Out there. I don't know. I don't want to know. Now, is there a strategy to playing Baccarat? Yes, don't play. That is my honest to goodness advice. My honest to goodness strategy. Just don't play. Don't play, idiot. Other than that, there is no strategy. Like I keep saying, it's flipping a coin with extra steps. People will claim there's a strategy. Those people are delusional. If there really was a foolproof strategy, people would have figured it out by now. And casinos would cease to exist. Do you win, Kuma? No. If I actually dealt a game of Baccarat with, like, actual money, Twitch would ban me so goddamn fast. The only way I'll ever, like, deal, like, casino games live on stream is for charity. Stream on Kick. Fuck that. I will not go to Kick. YouTube? Maybe. Kick? I've read the things about Kick, and I don't like it. Also, welcome Kuma, welcome Darth Nightwing Phoenix, welcome to the stream. We are getting into the nitty-gritty about Baccarat. So like I said, don't play. Casinos will often provide a scoreboard for the current shoe. It'll be a screen near the table showing you what the results have been so far. Poker, fine. Blackjack, you're on thin ice. I've dealt enough blackjack to also know is complete bullshit. Oh yeah, before this. Maybe I should cut this out. Like blackjack, now that you mentioned Kuma, like blackjack, Baccarat uses 8 decks all shuffled together. plays almost all of them out. Remember, there are more permutations of a 52 card deck than there are stars in the sky. Multiply that by 8 and mix them all together with no restrictions. And that number gets stupidly big. Yeah, blackjack is indeed a shithead's game. Well, every casino game is a shithead's game. That's the point I'm trying to make with these lectures. But yeah, like at the end, I'll rank like the kinds of casino players from like the absolute worst at the top, and at the bottom is like, I barely tolerate your existence. Anyone who claims they can predict. Actually, I'll leave this out. Let's see, next one. Anyone who claims they can predict what the result will be next is talking out of their asses. Sure, they could get lucky a couple of times, but think about it. If they really knew, they'd be betting table max and winning each time. The fact that they aren't is proof of their bullshittery. So, casinos will often provide a scoreboard for the current shoe. It'll typically be a screen near the table. Typically like sticking out of the table through an arm. It's like, hey, here's the screen. It'll show you what the results have been so far. People will mistakenly use this as a predictor of what's to come. This is horseshit. The house is using your own pattern recognizing monkey brain against you. Like I said, it only shows what happened, not what will happen. If the scoreboards were capable of that, we wouldn't be showing them. The house would not show them at all. Like, think about it. The house has only one purpose, to make money. You think they would do anything that would detract from that goal? Come on. Nevertheless, patrons will insist there are patterns and runs. They'll claim stupid bullshit like it's always a tie after a player natural, or banker never wins more than 4 times in a row. Don't listen to these people. Don't buy into their bullshit. It's all speculation. Typical gambler's fallacy. Like, player could have won 10 times in a row in the last 10 hands. Patrons will either mistakenly believe that either the player run will continue, or that, and I quote, banker is due for a win. There is no such thing as being due for a win. Again, pattern recognition is being used against you. The truth is that every result is independent from one another. Every hand has a roughly 50-50 chance of going player or banker. Anyone who says different is probably down thousands of dollars and should not be trusted. In short, there is no surefire way of winning in Baccarat. Don't get dragged down by anyone claiming otherwise. Only play this game if you're godly at predicting coin flips. Otherwise, avoid this game. There is no control. You cannot control what comes out. What cards come out. Unlike blackjack, you can't choose if one more card gets drawn. It's all luck. That's all it comes down to at the end of the day. It's like blackjack, it's a shithead's game, but even that has like a basic strategy you can follow. Like if your card total is like 11 and dealer's showing a face-up 6, yeah, double down. That's the general rule. Because statistically speaking, you're gonna draw a 10 value card and make your hand 21. And the dealer has a statistically higher chance of busting. Of course, more times than not, I've seen someone double down on 11, get an ace, so they're stuck at 12. And my face-up 6 had a face-down 5 underneath it, making 11, and I draw a jack of clubs, making 21 and wiping out the table. Yeah, you can tell that I wasn't exactly the most popular dealer. And that just like also feeds into like player superstitions. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of the term cooler in the context of casinos. So basically the quote-unquote cooler is a casino dealer that is perceived to bring bad luck to a table, and when they deal, they just wipe everyone out. They just clean everyone out. Because like, if a table is hot, quote unquote, that means everyone is winning. If a table is cold, quote unquote, however, that means the house is raking it in. They are rinsing everyone and anyone who comes to the table. And everyone considered me like the deadliest cooler. Because at the blackjack table, I would just pull out 21s like it was the most natural thing in the world. On roulette, I would hit the one empty number on an otherwise completely covered table. In Baccarat, if everyone's betting player, I will reveal player natural 8 and then banker natural 9, meaning banker wins. And of course, I used a fake name back then. Like, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say now at this point, because like they're long gone. But like, I use the fake name Tony, and because I was the cooler, I was the perceived quote unquote cooler, my nickname soonly became Ice-T. Because I was Ice because I was the cooler, and T because Tony. You're so skilled at RNG. Yeah, tell that to my Genshin rolls. Yes, Ice-T. There was like a second reason for being called Ice-T, because like I was like also an emotionally cold person. Like some patron who had just lost everything could be calling me every name under the sun, and I wouldn't even bat an eye. Or a bullet would whiz by my head and I would barely flinch. But yeah, I guess I can talk more about that during next week's lecture. I think I'll talk about roulette. Oh boy, roulette. Such a seemingly simple game. but the payouts can get stupidly complicated depending on how the players bet. Because boy oh boy, the bets can get messy. And that's a game where you are absolutely required to be like amazing at math. Either that or you find some like really handy shortcuts. But yeah, that is the lecture for tonight. I hope you all learned how to play Baccarat, and more importantly, just how bullshit of a game Baccarat is. Like I said, it's just flipping a coin with extra steps. It's literally just flipping a coin with extra steps. Anyways, let's see who's on right now. Yes. I don't know if I'll ever set foot in a casino, but the game seemed interesting. Okay. Nano, here's my advice. Don't go to an actual casino. Don't even play on online casinos. Just like download like an app or something that like does not try to fleece you of all your money. And just play that. Actually don't do that at all. Because then if you play that, you'll get addicted, and then you want to play it for real, and then that begins the downward spiral. Yes, there are indeed better ways to lose and win money in other games. I took a date to a casino once. Bad idea. She got super anxious watching me play cards, not knowing if I lost or won any money. Won enough money to get McDonald's and watch movies afterwards. See, that's how you do it. If you have to go into a casino, just bet once, win, leave. Or lose, cut your losses, leave. Oh yeah, Phantasy Star Online 2. Had imitation blackjack, slots, roulette, and some other stuff. It's fun if it's fake money. I mean, just remember, that's how gacha games get you too. Fake funny money. With all those degrees of separation from your real money. You have to keep track of that. Don't play to profit, just have some good off money to mess around with. Exactly. If you're trying to make a profit from playing casino games, it's not going to end well. Because if you try to play for profit, you might end up like me and end up working at an underground casino where every night could be your last. No, I will not elaborate. I have already elaborated once. I'm not going to do that again. Anyways, yes, it's better to treat it as paying for the entertainment value of being in the casino for X hours. Because, boy oh boy, your money can disappear real quick if you're not careful. Especially if you have a speed dealer like me, who will just like whip out the cards so goddamn fast on a table of blackjack, because I know how basic strategy works. I can predict 99% of the time whether you want to hit or stand or double down. And I'm already ready to go. Like one-on-one, the average hand time could be like 10 seconds or less. Full table, maybe a minute. Some people like the slots because of the beeps and boops. That is precisely why they like the slots, for the beeps and boops. Even though you have like zero control about the outcome. It's literally pure RNG. First time was in a French casino. I had no idea what the royal cards were. Oh dear. Like, I watched enough like cartoons, mainly The Simpsons, and I learned a lot of casino games from The Simpsons. And like, retroactively, I went back to that Burns Casino episode after being a casino dealer and watching Homer deal blackjack. He got like a million things wrong that would get him fired on the spot. If you did any of those in a real casino, you would get fired like right there. Yeah, remove the how to play poker card. Remove the jokers too, unless you're playing Pai Gow. Jesus. Anyways, we should find someone to raid. Let's see. Ow. Let's see here. Who is still on? Hey! Jay's doing a 1K celebration with free speed draws. So, hey, free stuff. Am I right? Also, congrats on 1K, Jay. Just go over here. Start the raid. And start the raid. And remember, stay prime.